How to improve cold email open rates with 4 simple steps. If you're reading this, you understand the value of cold outreach. You may even know that cold email is the most effective and straightforward way to get a response from business owners and decision makers. While that is true, it's not always easy. That's why I'm going to teach you how to improve cold email open rates with 4 easy steps. Ever since the beginning of the internet era, cold emailing has been a very popular method of getting in touch with influential people. So, why are there so many posts on how to increase your XYZ and lower your ABC regarding cold email? Simple consumers are getting smarter and more cynical. Lazy marketers are sending more of the same old tactics, while decision makers are sending more and more email into the spam folder. This sad fact doesn't mean we have to switch from email to something else, it just means we have to write better email. Busy entrepreneurs don't have a lot of spare time to spend talking on the phone. We can scrape anyone's email address these days, but just because we can easily reach them doesn't mean we should waste their time. Not every cold email gets a warm welcome, let alone a response. Real reasons why people don't respond to cold emails. Nobody responding to your cold email. Here are the typical explanations and what to do about each. Reason 1. Your subject line is horrendous. The main reason why people don't open cold emails is a long, unclear subject line. And, if you can't get them to open, you can't get them to respond. This topic dominates the conversation when it comes to cold email, simply because it is the doorway to your email. Long studies and trial and error have given us some excellent tips to ensure that our subject line gets attention in the right way. How to fix it? Make it short. The data shows that short subject lines work better. But that's only if you say the right thing. Sometimes a blank subject performs better than a long convoluted sentence. Use a name. Got their first name, use it. Got their last name too, use it. Even though brevity works well, using at least the first name gets more open rates, and using first and last gets even more, in most cases. Get to the point. What's in the email should be described in the subject. What's in the subject line should be expressed in the email. Do this and you'll usually be okay. Keep tweaking. This one is the worst. If you're not trying new subject lines and tracking the open rates, there is no way for you to improve. Most companies will pick a line that works and won't change it. This leads to a lower open rate over time. Reason 2. Your first sentence is bad. A close second to a pitiful subject line is a bad first sentence to the email. How many emails have you discarded when you opened them and read? You don't care, and neither do your leads. The thing is that some email clients example. Google can't see the first line of your email without opening it. This means that a good subject line can still end up in a trashed email. Reason 3. It's a canned template email, not personalized. Don't get me wrong, there are some awesome, research-driven email templates spreading across the internet today. Templates aren't the problem, it's how quickly you go from template to inbox that's the problem. Just plugging in very basic data into your template is, in today's market, the equivalent of putting "to whom it may concern" at the top. In other words, we don't think you're worth the time to know before we ask for money. What do you think the lead's response should be? What would yours be? Side note. If it sounds like writing cold emails can be improved by using the golden rule, that is, do unto others, you're right. It can. How to fix it? Research. Depending on how many leads you have to reach out to in order to make your quota goals, it may not behoove you to do a LinkedIn search on all of them. That said, if you have fewer better quality leads, you'll have time to make your emails more personal. Use that research. Once you do research, use it in your email. Use geographic things like weather or you live near the beach type stuff. Sports teams, recent blog posts that they wrote. Anything that could warm them up to you. Automated. Just because it's more personal doesn't mean that it has to be ridiculously cumbersome. There are software products out there that can help you manage your cold outreach efforts. Reason 4. There's nothing in it for them. A simple sales pitch doesn't do the trick anymore. You have to include something that appeals to them, that injects your benefits and value into it. A resource or gizmo that they'll go crazy for that just so happens to nurture them along the way. You can't just send, "We're great at SEO." Do you want to use us for your SEO? How to fix it? Think outside the box. What does your client want? SEO may be the way to get them there, but it's not what they're thinking about. Give them what they need in a package along with something they want. Create something awesome. Once you know what they'll want, example, white paper, industry report, podcast full of tips, create it. But do it good. Make it something worth consuming and sharing. Insert your message. Don't make it all about them. Once you give them what they want, they're much more likely to hear about you wanting to talk with them, thus they respond. Seriously, this works. Go look at your cold emails. Thanks for watching.